Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose XP. I'll bring you another Injustice 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about is the character roster for Injustice 2. We're going to be breaking it down, talking about this leaked list and the characters that are yet to be revealed on that leaked list, and whether or not there's going to be characters that aren't on that list that might show up in the main roster. Right before we get into the topic at hand, I wanted to ask you guys if we can get this video to 2,000 likes. I would really appreciate it if we can get this video to 2,000 likes, but with that out of the way, let's jump into the topic at hand about this character roster. Now, credit to this image that I'm about to show you guys coming from the Reddit user known as TM10398. He posted this picture, which actually includes the remaining characters on the leaked roster list fitted in to the character roster for Injustice 2. As you can see, the characters yet to be revealed left to be shown on this roster are Firestorm, Black Adam, Cyborg, Green Arrow, Captain Cold, Joker, Scarecrow, Green Lantern, and Dr. Fate. Now, some of those character designs we've actually seen via the mobile version of Injustice 2, but most of these characters we haven't seen on the console version just yet. Now, as you can see from that image, all those characters that are yet to be revealed do fit within the character select screen's predetermined roster size of 28 characters. That was what everyone had assumed would be the roster size for Injustice 2 ever since we saw some demos for the game back at E3. All the silhouettes on the character select screen make a total of 28 playable characters. However, a lot has changed since we saw that character select screen back at E3. In fact, the biggest change that happened was seeing the character page on the Injustice 2 website. Now, when the character page was first introduced, one of the things that myself and many other people had done immediately was count all the slots that were on the character page, including the locked ones. And then we ended up getting a grand total of 31 playable characters. We all assumed that it would be 30 in the base roster and 31 would be because of Darkseid as the pre-order bonus. Then we assumed with the 9 DLC, we get a grand total and a nice round number of 40 playable characters on Injustice 2 after all is said and done, after all the DLC is released. Now, a lot has changed since I originally counted the 31 on this character page for Injustice 2. A lot of characters have since been revealed, and this whole thing has been updated. A lot of more locked pages have been added to the character page. Now, counting it, every single locked page with all the characters revealed so far, and I hope I'm not miscounting, I get a total of 39, which is one less than what we all previously assumed to be the total roster size for Injustice 2. However, they could not be including Darkseid right now, maybe that being the case of why it's 39 and not 40. Even so, we minus 9 from that number and we get 30, which is not the 28 that we all assumed to be the character roster size via the select screen for Injustice 2. So we minus that 9 because that's the 9 characters that are going to be for DLC, and then we get those 2 additional characters that are yet to be revealed. We're going to assume, obviously, that one of them is Darkseid, which makes 29, and then we, of course, still have Mr. Freeze, who we don't know is going to be a playable character or a premiere skin, but even then, we are supposed to have one more, because then it makes 31, and then we have those 9 DLC, which makes 40. Now, unless this character page was just incorrectly designed the first time around, it seems like there's some characters that aren't on that leaked roster list that we might see revealed for Injustice 2 sometime soon, and those characters might actually be somewhat of a genuine surprise that we don't see coming. Right now, it's really hard to understand, and it's really hard to follow what's going on. It's very confusing right now, because the character select screen is telling us one thing, and the character page on the Injustice 2 website is telling us another thing. I think we shouldn't believe the character select screen right now, because we've known since E3 that the roster size was 28, supposedly via the character select screen. I feel like since then, NetherRealm has been asked, hey, what is going to be the size of this roster? And they've never answered like, hey, it's 28. That's what the roster size is going to be. That's what you've seen from the character select screen. You know, they've always just said, listen, this is going to be the biggest roster of DC heroes and villains yet. That's all they've ever said about this game. I feel like they would have told us, since we would already have kind of known from the character select screen, that, hey, the character roster size is going to be 28. So that said, what I'm hoping for and what I am leaning towards expecting is that the character roster size is indeed 30 characters, and then 31 if you add Darkseid, and then we have those 9 DLC making the grand total of 40. If that is the case, even if Mr. Freeze ends up being a playable character, which I don't think he will be, then we have at the very least 1 or 2 additional characters yet to be revealed for the Injustice 2 roster that we haven't seen on the leaked list, and will be a complete surprise to all of us. So that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys think. Which roster size do you think is correct? Do you think it's the character select screen, or do you think it's the character page on the Injustice 2 website? Hopefully I did a good enough breakdown for you guys, and with all that said, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm Caboose XBL. Once again, if we can get this video to 2,000 likes, I would really appreciate that. You can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.